Yo, guys, what's going on? So here is your market wrap up. We're going to be diving into a couple of concepts tonight. We're going to break down Bitcoin's price action today. And we're also going to dive into the idea of why the Fed may have got inflation wrong. Okay? If you are new to the channel, mad love and respect for passing through. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you see towards the end of the video. But also get to the New York live streams where the pattern watchers reside, where we break down price action like we did today. So what's the story, ladies and gentlemen, with Bitcoin? We're going to jump in between two things here. Bitcoin's price action, and then we're going to look at inflation and how it's going to affect Bitcoin's next route for price. So Bitcoin right now showing some very interesting behavior, given that today during the live stream, we had a good discussion in relation to understanding the Brinks box. Okay, now listen, if you're going to take advantage of this system, ladies and gentlemen, the hybrid system, all right, in my opinion, trading the opens of New York and UK, you're going to see a great success rate if you are proficient in the hybrid system. Why? Because you'll be trading at the best time. You improve the odds of a trade playing out in your favor when you've got the liquidity. Now, going into tonight, ladies and gentlemen, there are people out there who trade the Asian session. My recommendation would be that you wait until Tokyo opens. Why? Because Sydney, which is deemed as the dead gap time, is a very low volume market. So it is prone to volatility, but it's where the market maker is able to expand on the spread. Let me show you. Here is an example. If I bring this chart up right here, this is MT4. It's a place where I place most of my Forex trades, and sometimes I do place some crypto trades on here. And the only reason I do so is because you only pay a spread and you don't actually pay any fees. And if you do pay fees, you're paying them at a very low cost in relation to your size of trades that you actually place. Now, if you want access to this, you can download it. It's free of charge. Everything you need is in the description of the video. But listen, the dead gap time is at 10 p.m. UK time GMT. Look at this. This is the ask. The red line is the ask. The blue line is the bid. Look at how they are moving. Now, this is for Bitcoin exclusively. Okay? Now, you can see that there is a wide spread for Bitcoin. Okay? Now, when Sydney opens, which is when just after the New York session closes, this spread is probably going to widen. And the reason it widens is because volume in principle has been reduced. The markets are closed. Cryptocurrency trades 24/7, but they widen the spread. And the reason they widen the spread is because people will be putting in orders just before the market closes. They'll put limit orders in anticipation that in the next trading day, they're going to look to be filled or to the upside or to the downside. What Mr. Market Maker likes to do is he widens the spreads, okay, in relation with the exchanges, and he gets those orders filled, right? Now, what you want to do is you want to be trading during the Tokyo Open and the Hong Kong Open, because that's when the spreads start to get a little bit smaller. Why? Because Asia will start trading. That's what you're looking for. Okay? Here is an example of it. This zone right here in the hybrid system, that is Tokyo Open, Hong Kong Open. So Hong Kong opens at 3 a.m. and then Tokyo opens roughly around 2 a.m. Right, so 1 a.m. right there, and going into this zone right here, it's 2 a.m. actually. I don't know why it's got that right there. But it's between 1 and 2 a.m. That's when you're gonna get the best times to trade Tokyo and Hong Kong. Okay? Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what can we understand about Bitcoin's price action? Well, the New York session today initiated the stop hunt rise, and then it ripped it to the downside. Was that because of the news? Was it because of the fact that consumer confidence fell to 98.7 from 103.2? What does that mean? It means that people ain't spending the money, ladies and gentlemen. Inflation expectations index has rose to 8% from 7.5. This was the highest level since 1987. Has the Fed got inflation wrong? How is that going to reflect on what we are likely to expect moving forward? We know on the 27th of July, the Fed are going to be having a meeting again. Reduce the brightness on your phones, ladies and gentlemen, if this is a bit too bright. Here we go. 27th of July, 7 p.m., FOMC statement, federal funds rate, and FOMC press conference. Prior to that, we're going to have a plethora of news announcements. which are going to highlight the situation with inflation. We're going to be seeing articles being put out, 100 base points, 75 base points. Is the Fed going to be aggressive or not? If they are aggressive, fine. That's going to be a problem for spending. Why? Because now, if they get a bit more aggressive with inflation, they're going to increase the interest rate. That's going to have an effect on people in the sense where mortgage payments are going to go up. Traders across the board are going to then be forced to rush towards commodities, which is where oil is going to start keeping its move to the upside, and it's going to keep going because traders will naturally seek commodities. So they're going to be squeezing people like that at the impact of the Fed's interest rate increase. S&P and NASDAQ itself are going to absorb that. And you can see already the S&P is dropping down, coming back into the previous green vector candle points that we've been discussing. We've got other vector points that we need to be aware of as well. The dollar index itself is showing you that the dominance of the dollar is now going into play, given the fact that the dollar index is made up of 56% of the euro itself. So we go over to Euro USD and we can see Euro USD is the inverse of what the dollar index is. And of course, it's against the US dollar, which means dollar dominance may continue to move higher. Flip over to dollar yen. You can see dollar yen is just slowly moving up. As long as the Bank of Japan don't do anything about the deflationary pressure of the yen itself, dollar's just going to keep on going. So what point is it going to go for the yen to actually do something about it? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a transition. We've had ourselves the last couple of days of Bitcoin price moving up, and it only moved up in the weekend. The weekend is what caused this price movement, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not interested in the weekend. If I want volatility, I trade at the weekend. But I'm going to make decisions on the future of Bitcoin based on the weekend because it's here or there. I get more information, understanding about how the markets across the board during week times, during the times when the markets are open, where I'm really going to understand what they're trying to do with Bitcoin. Okay? So what am I saying about this video, ladies and gentlemen? All I'm saying to you is this. Take into consideration that the macro across the board is the Fed may have got it wrong in relation to inflation. How is that going to affect us as traders of cryptocurrency? Well, we're either going to run our shorts or we're either going to run our longs. For every attempt of price towards and away from a moving average, always keep in your mind that anytime you see price moving away from a moving average, wait for the retrace, for the pattern to evolve, continuation to the upside, or wait for them to break away from a moving average like they have done here and anticipate a bit of a retrace, continuation to the downside. All right? Although Bitcoin hasn't moved down that aggressively, it has actually come back down into the green vector candle range right here. So it's very important that we pay attention to that. Now that we're going to be going into the Asian session, we're going to now try and understand and make sense of the behavior of Bitcoin during those times. You can see they've rejected the psychological low in this area here, which is a very important point. But they've kind of been already doing that since the start of the week. So that could have been the clue for today's move to the downside. So going into Asia tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I will say it. Please be mindful of your trading. Pay yourselves accordingly. Take your money and run, because I can promise you that the market will be there tomorrow. But if you are trading too much and you're giving back your gains and you're going back to break even and you start losing more money, I can guarantee your capital won't be there the next day. Live to see it another day, ladies and gentlemen. Be a king for a day. If you're in profitable positions and you paid yourself, happy days. You'll go to bed feeling top of the world, ladies and gentlemen. You've just come into the hardest game, into the hardest, easiest way to make money, and you've taken money out of the market maker's pocket. Go to bed with a smile on your face, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what this game is all about. If you are new to the channel, mad love and respect for passing through. Be sure to subscribe so you can check in with us tomorrow for the New York live streams. More importantly, if you're going to consider joining the Patreon, please don't do it this side of the month. Wait until the start of a new month because you'll be charged twice. Have to let you guys know about that. But more so, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to serve you. Have yourselves a great evening, guys. Remember, do not trade during Sydney. It's not financial advice. It's common sense. You want to improve the likelihood of a trade with your confluences to play out, and you want to do it during market opens, Tokyo and Hong Kong. They are the best times for Asian session for you to look for opportunities in the markets. Okay? Have yourselves a great evening, guys, and I will be checking in with you all tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time, GMT. Mad love and respect to you. Peace.